Warren, I'm so excited to chat with you today because you got a lot of exciting things going on. But before we get into the music and all that, could you talk a little bit about your story and how you got into making music?
Well, I got into making music during 2017, 2018, maybe during the summer. I was doing a lot of like remixes of other songs. So like my first ever remix was from Valet's Womp Womp, and I just posted that on YouTube and SoundCloud. And yeah, I just started making my own music ever since that because a lot of my friends were telling me that I should just, instead of doing remixes, just make my own stuff. So ever since that, I just built a fan base out there locally, and and now we're here. Now I'm in LA.
All right, let's talk about West. Let's get into it. Your latest track. Can you talk about what inspired this?
So what inspired Wes is just maybe me being out in LA, and I got a fun beat. I got sent a fun beat, and I was like, yo, this is like perfect for performance and just like obviously the Head in the Clouds festival. So I was just trying to make, the a really fun hyper track and that people can go crazy to. And it was obviously inspired by being out here in the West Coast and just how my life is during that moment. And it's very organic. It came out organically. So yeah, I made the song in like 45 minutes maybe.
Wow.
Retouched it a little bit after. And it was just, yeah, it's supposed to give that energy, just like fun, super, and just punchy, so I think they love it.
Yeah, it definitely does have that energy, and I bet it's
Mhm.
so much fun to perform as well. What would you say your
Yeah.
writing process is like, Warren? How do you prepare to write a song?
It could be anywhere, honestly. Like, because I like to write at home sometimes, maybe like at night even before going to bed. I like to like write down some lyrics, or like I could be out eating and like I could, have this feeling that I want to write something. So there's not really like a preparation. I feel like I just pick up my phone and write down how I'm feeling or like any idea that just pops up to my head. But yeah,
Yeah,
I
gotta get
usually
it
write
out
in
when
the
it comes
studio,
to you.
so I don't really have, yeah, I don't really have anything. I usually don't have anything prepared. And when I go there, it depends on the vibe and the energy of the
Yes,
beat as well. So it's
awesome. Very
uh-huh.
organic. That's so cool.
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
It's been a couple of years now since you released your album Sugartown, which I love. Does the new single mean there
Oh
might be a
wow.
new album on the way?
Yeah, I would definitely say so. I'm working on an album right now. Um,
Awesome.
it's yeah, it's Sugartown was a while ago. It was 2019. So I definitely want to make this like the album that I'm working on right now, kind of the debut, even though Sugartown was kind of a debut album, but this is gonna be my first like studio album. So I want to make it like really special. Um, so I'm working on it right now. I'm just working with a lot of producers and yeah, just compiling ideas and just hopefully have it out next year. And once I, work out all the visuals and what I want to do with it and the rollout. So I'm excited for it for sure.
For sure. Yes, definitely something to look forward to out of you with that next year. But in the meantime, you are featured multiple times on this Shang-Chi soundtrack. How did that all come about? That's so cool.
Yeah, that was crazy because it was like I got the news like a month after a month signing with 88 Rising. So like
Yep.
Sean just hit me up, um, my manager technically, and he was on, yeah, he just texted me like, yo, you have this soundtrack to work on and it's called Shang-Chi. And at first I was like, okay, like what, because I didn't know about Shang-Chi, but I was a big Marvel fan. So like he was just like, yo, Shang-Chi is gonna be the first Marvel Asian superhero. And I was like, yo, that's fucking like that's I got crazy. Like I was jumping around, like I told everyone, even though I wasn't supposed to probably, but yeah, I was just super excited, honestly, to work on Shang-Chi. It feels crazy. It honestly just feels crazy. It's like surreal to be working on that, especially this early in my career. Having that opportunity really like, opened up a new door for me. And
Absolutely.
um it was amazing. Yeah.
That's so, so dope. And I'm glad you mentioned 88
Mhm.
Rising as well. That leads me into my next question. What's it been like working with all of them over there?
Yeah, 88 Rising has been really dope. They're really welcoming. When I first went to LA, and they're like, "Oh, here's home," and obviously they're all like, um, it's a bunch of Asian creatives, so like it definitely like had that, I was comfortable being in that label and just like seeing a lot of people like Rich Brian or like, Nikki, and like I was back in Indonesia, there's like a huge fan base for that. So like being able to just like even work with them or like, see them around, it's just really dope. It's a dope thing, and just yeah, I think 88 Rising is definitely like a really good support system
Good.
when it comes to like dropping my music, and they see the vision same way as I do. So they've been really supportive.
Good. I mean, that's so important, making sure they see your career the same way you are seeing how you want it to go. So that's great. They're on the same level as you.
Yeah,
What would you say is the
for
biggest thing
sure.
you've learned so far working with 88 Rising?
Biggest thing I've learned so far, to definitely be, I don't know, to take the music definitely more seriously and open-minded.
Yeah.
That's what I definitely learned, because Sean is also a creative, and he's like the CEO of 88 Rising. He gives me a lot of like advice on, like different creative things I can do with the music, or things I can say. Like for example, in the Shang-Chi album, like he was throwing themes at me, like, or like, and yeah, they just keep motivating me, like, oh, be yourself, talk about your culture, like bring your culture in to your music, because it's rare to see that from a lot of other artists. So it's like, be unique to yourself. Don't be afraid to like talk about your culture, or like, yeah, definitely set me straight when it comes to my sound,
Yeah.
and it's dope.
That's awesome. It sounds like you got a great support system over there, and that's one of the biggest things.
Yeah, man, I'm really happy with what's going on, and for
Good.
the future, for sure, for my album. Yeah.
Yes. Well, I saw a lot of you
Mhm.
performed at the Head in the Clouds Festival. The pictures looked amazing from that. What was your experience like performing there?
It was crazy because I've never performed in front of like such a big crowd. Um, Man, like the only performance I've done was like 100, like 50 to 100 people,
Mhm.
like back in Jakarta. So having that change is like super crazy. Um, I went out with my DJ, and it was fun. I think it felt super fun to be on stage. Like I love jumping around, so I like bringing that energy, you know, to the crowd. And they were giving it back. So like I was just cruising the whole way through my set, and it's just cool to see like, my fans or new people in real life that's just going crazy to my music, and it's so surreal the whole weekend. It was a good feeling. It was like never felt that before. So definitely one of my best weekends I've ever
Oh,
had.
that's awesome. Yes, and I'm sure you feed off that energy too. When that crowd's giving it to you, it must just be even more
Yeah,
electrifying.
exactly. Exactly. When they gave me that energy, I was like, okay, now for the first song, West, and it went out perfectly. Like it just, so the rest of the track list that I had to do, I was just like, I'm not really as nervous as before now,
Mhm.
because they're vibing to it. That's all I'm here for, like, to see
Exactly.
that. So it's
For
fire.
sure. Do you have
Mhm.
any other performances coming up that you're looking forward to?
Not as of now. I'm not. I don't think I have any other, but I do want to start doing other performances, because I recently watched a performance in the observatory, um, which is called, I think, Wonder World Fest, which is like a small festival with like a bunch of artists, a bunch of underground artists, um, and I was just like, it inspired me a lot to do more shows like that, and it's fun. I'm excited to do shows now, because I never dived into that world until Head in the Clouds. So
Right.
definitely more shows in the future. That's what I want to do.
Yeah. I know your fans are looking forward to it for sure, and it must be so wild going from
Mhm.
smaller shows right to this huge festival with over 30,000
Yeah.
people. It's nothing gradual, Warren. Right to it. That's awesome.
Yeah. That's what it's been, man. Even with Shang-Chi, right to it. Like I'm like, yo, that's crazy. And Henry Paz, I'm like, yo, I just got hit with it. But hey, man, I'm having fun during the process. So
It's
yeah.
good. It's all that matters. Are there any other artists
hmm
on your dream list of people you'd love to work with one day?
Who, for sure. There's a lot of artists. I'm pretty free
Hmm.
when it comes to like collaborating with artists because I like to like tap into different sounds a lot. So I could work with like some pop artists. Like I would really want to work with Pink Panthers right now. She's like a super under like she's kind of underground, but she's not anymore. She's like the internet to the internet mainstream.
Yep.
She's the new sound for sure.
Yep.
I like her sound a lot. She has like this garage sound, and I just fell in love with it. Pink Panthers for right now. Even underground artists like SG Kobe, I've been liking a lot of his music. Um, Sofago,
Hmm.
he's really tight. Um, yeah, those are the main ones, of course. So
Very cool. We're
that's what I want to work
manifesting
with.
it.
Yeah, yeah, of course, every day.
Yes. Well, last but certainly not least, Warren, here in the state of Maine, our state motto is the way life should be. So I want to know, according to you, what is the way life should be?
Oh shit, that's a
It's a
crazy
deep
question.
one.
The way life should be. I feel like you follow wherever it takes you. You just let it be. You ride with it. It's like a roll. It's that's kind of cliche, but it's like a roller coaster.
Yeah.
Um, let it let it move you, no matter where it goes. You just you can't really have full control of your life, but I think those create the best moments. You know what I mean? The spontaneousness of everything and the things you have to go through, even though it's completely different, things you've never experienced. So that let life take you, if
Yes,
that makes
I
sense.
love
Yeah,
that.
that's my
I love that.
take on it.
Yes, and I feel like you have followed that
Thank
advice
you.
really well, and look at you.
Yeah, for sure.
Things just things are
Yeah,
happening. It's
it's
spontaneous
been
in a
taking
way.
me. Yeah,
I love
that's the best part about it, man. Just
it.
like having spontaneous moments and it's fun.
100%, Warren. Well, thank you so much for taking the time to chat with me today. It was great to get to know you, and we look forward to the new album and everything else you got coming out.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Awesome.
I'm
You,
pleasure having me.
of course. Until we meet again, take care of yourself.
Thank you. You too.
Bye.